Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. You guys know why we are here, honey. And on Wednesdays, we do what? We do single soulmates, okay? And just the disclaimer, I feel like I should say it every show. Just because the show is called Single Soulmates does not mean that the people on the screen are single. All right, guys. But we're going to go around the room, and because we do have males that come and visit us sometimes. And you know, if there's some single ones on the screen and they might want to shoot their shot, you know what I'm saying? I always have that open for you, you know. But anyway, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for my panelists, my queens being here with me tonight on this Wednesday. Shout out to my soulmates in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's on Jamie's channel. Shout out to everybody that's on Shayna's channel. Make sure you guys click that thumbs up. If you are new here to my channel, shout out to you guys, and make sure you click the thumbs up if you're on my channel as well. I see my soulmates in the chat going crazy. Thank you so much. Always show love to each other. I love you guys that y'all do that. Like, show love to each other. That is so positive. I love the energy. Anyway, we're going to go around the room. You guys know how I like to begin. We're going to go around the room, have everybody introduce themselves, but please let them know 2 things. Where they can find you, 3 things. Where they can find you on social media platforms, where they have probably seen your face, and if you are single or not. All right, let's start with Z.
Okay. That's a new one. That last one is a new one. But I'll start off. Hey guys, it's Z. I'm from season 7 of Ready to Love. And you can find me at ZEE_peaks, right where you see my name. Just Google that. You'll find all my social. I do everything when it comes to media, hosting, content producing, and my passion is the performing arts. So yes, and I'm happy to be here as always, Sabrina.
Thank you. And if you want to share, it's entirely up to you, but are you single? Are you?
Yeah, that part. Yes, I am single. I'm single.
Okay. So you weren't here last week. So the reason I did it is because people have been sliding in my DMs asking, are certain panelists single? Okay. And I'm like, you know, their social media, you know, their Instagram, just like, you know, my Instagram, like, just go ask them. But instead of like me, you know what I'm saying? I figured y'all can just let them know ahead of time. So thank you for that. Thank you for the transparency. Jamie.
What's going on, y'all? Jamie Alexander here. You know me from this panel, and I'm formerly AfterBuzz TV, which does all of the after shows, and this is how I started doing my own after shows, which you can find on my YouTube channel. Not doing any current ones, but I still have amazing things on my YouTube channel, and I'm going live a lot, which you can find here, Jamie Alexander. Make sure you spell my name correctly, Jaimi. You can find me the same on Instagram at Jamie Alexander, and yeah, happy to be here, and I'm single.
Tequila.
Hi, I am Tequila. I was on Ready to Love Dallas season 8. You can follow me on Instagram at _Tequila. And unfortunately, I am single, so hit me up.
Unfortunately,
that's not unfortunate, girl.
Why so desafortunadamente? Why?
I am.
Why
single.
is it unfortunate, girl?
It just is, but you know what? I gave my number out a lot. I was at the premiere party this weekend for the current season, Ready to Love Dallas season 9. You know, if you guys ask for my number, so I'm still single at this moment.
There we go. I love it.
You're still ready to love, okay?
Yeah, I'm still
exactly.
Ready to love, laugh, all that, girl.
Love on yourself.
Yes.
Shayna.
Yes, I'm Shayna. You probably see me on YouTube. It's just how you see it there. My YouTube channel, I do reviews, like shows like Ready to Love. It's Shayna_MCD. My Instagram is the same. TikTok is the same. So you can feel free to find me there. And I'm single.
Thank you so much for that, guys. And if at any time I ever ask y'all to say anything or ask y'all and you're uncomfortable, just let me know. Be like, I don't want to answer, Sabrina. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. I know it could get kind of weird at times, but I don't want people asking me nothing. So, but I'm gonna move it up closer because I know Tequila has hers. Yeah, so I want all of us because so they can see your amazing, beautiful face, child. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, y'all know we are here. Single Soulmates is the Queen's panel, and you know I ask 4 questions. I ask 4 questions, we discuss it, we discuss the topics, and then tomorrow night I have the King's panel. I'm gonna ask them the exact same 4 questions. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 8:30 for the King's panel. All right, panel question number 1. If your mom did not like your mate, your boyfriend, what would you do? You leaving, you hiding them. What you doing, sis? What's going on? What's happening? It's a secret. If your mom didn't like your mate.
That's kind of hard for me to answer. When I read it too, I was like, ooh. So one, I feel like I'm in such a huge transition when it comes to family and caring what they think about anything because we're so different. Number one. So I'm in this weird space. But number 2, if my mom don't like you, there's got to be something wrong with you because she like everybody. Okay. My mom,
That's how my mom
is a little ball of glitter. She's going to talk to you. She's going to talk about baseball. She's going to talk about her hobbies. She's going to try to find, like, she's going to be all in your mix. She is. So if she doesn't like you, something is really wrong. Like, so what would I do about it? I'm not quite sure. I don't even know if I would be aligned with somebody who would be at odds with somebody like her because it's just too much of a mismatch. It was really hard for me to wrap my head around that one. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be hard. Like in the past, my younger day, I have hidden relationships from my mother. Like I knew she would not approve of that. So now, like it is important. You know, usually 9 times out of 10, my mom is right about a person. Like she can size them up right away. And it's been a circumstance of, well, I told you so, you know, but you know, you want to do what you want to do. So, but yeah, it would be hard for me to continue.
I feel like Z. My mom, she's pretty good at reading people. She doesn't like everybody, so she's not like Jamie's mom.
Girl.
She does not like everyone. She's not super friendly, but she's spot on with people. But I think I would hear what she has to say. I'm going to make my own decision at the end of the day, but she'll definitely give me a "I told you so" if she's right.
I can actually piggyback off Shayna as well. I would definitely get them both together to try to understand what the underlying issue is, but at the same time, I'll still make my own choice. Only because my mom, growing up, she got to live her life, make her own choices, and learn from them. So I would want that same.
That's good.
Respect. So yeah.
You would get them together, your boyfriend and your mom.
Because mom, just like Jamie said, my mom is such an extrovert. Like she gonna invite everybody over. Like we're just big people person. So like we love people. We're friendly, and so if my mama don't like somebody, it's I have to agree with y'all. It's because they really did something. Because my mom really gets along with everybody.
You mean like for a gathering? I thought you meant like I need you to come talk to my mama today. Like we gonna meet around 4:00 and we gonna sit down. And we gonna talk. You talk about
if there was an issue, like if she didn't like my partner, I'd be like, now wait a minute, what you do? What you do for my mama not to like you?
What if y'all
do?
Huh?
Go ahead, Shayna.
No, I answer.
Who said? Did someone say something? So what if y'all's mom was like, I don't like him. You gonna have to get rid of him.
No. Only because it will just, I don't know. It's like there has to be a fine line between being respectful. Like you guys can be cordial and coexist in the same room as long as no one is being disrespectful towards each other. But like, you know,
everything would have to be at my own time and my own pace. Like you said, like I would take into account what she's saying for sure, but at the end of the day, you know, with that in the back of my mind, like you know, I might see some things, you know, be a third person perspective, you know, trying to see what they see, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has to be at your own time, everything.
My mom wouldn't say they have to go either. Like, we're grown at the end of the day. So she's like, you're going to do what you want to do. I just don't have a good feeling about them. But she wouldn't say he got to go.
And her famous line, you'll be tired when you tired.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
My mom used to just treat him like straight trash. Wouldn't speak, roll her eyes. This was nasty.
Wow.
If she like him. And would tell me, he no good. He no good. He go.
Oh, she knows.
I used to be like, oh. But then if I didn't do what she said, she would like cut me off for like everything.
Dang.
Yeah, like I couldn't be like, Mom, on Saturday. No. I'd be like, oh, okay. But as soon as we break up, she like, oh, I cook for you. I do for you anything for you. I love you. You listen to mommy. Mommy always right. Like,
that is so cute. So
yeah,
cute.
She used to cut me off, honey. But guess what? She used to be right on point.
Period.
Always on point, yeah.
Yeah. I think she just being, you know what I'm saying? Because she had her ways or whatever. But yeah, but that's fun.
I feel like my dad is the one who's more easygoing. Like, he's the one that gets along with everybody.
Both of my parents. That's why it would be so hard.
I am the only child, Shay. Yep, I am.
I think that makes a difference too, a little bit.
And
seeing
I wouldn't
more focus. On
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. For my mom, I'm my mother's only child. But
yeah, my mother's only child.
My father's youngest. So
child, it's just been only me. I had to receive all the hell. So God bless them both. Okay, anyway, moving forward. All right, does anyone have anything else to say? If your mom or even your dad did not like your mate, what would you do? Any other final words?
I do. What would you do?
Everybody. I'm gonna stick beside everybody my own way.
Yeah, I got my own judgment, and I trust my judgment, and I've earned the right to trust my judgment.
Right.
You know, my parents also, you know what I'm saying? They got married, I think at like 20 and 21. Like, y'all don't know this life. I done went through people. I've met people. I've had to be on my own. I've switched cities. You know, they did the marriage and kids back to back to back, meeting every 3 years. So I just feel like, yes, they have a certain level of discernment because they're older, but I just feel like it's a different time, and I've earned my stripes at this point. So unless do we even speak the same language on what we're really seeing and hearing and feeling? It just feels a little different. Maybe in high school it would have been a thing, but that was long ago, the olden day. So yeah.
And you want your parents to trust that they raised you enough where they can trust that your judgment, you know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah. I've had to ask my dad, like, you know, are you sure about, like, I got questions about who you're dating. I got questions about y'all didn't say nothing about who my sister married. I got questions about that. I got a lot of questions. So I tend to just
Jamie, like, let's talk about it. If we gonna talk about it,
we gonna talk about it.
But what if you were dating somebody and his mom didn't like you? I
don't fathom I'd ever encounter such an atrocity. It would just have to be, if your mom don't like me, she a hater.
Did you say pull it down?
It usually is like the sisters or something like that. Like if there's a sister, like
if your mom don't like me, she a hater.
I think I had one issue where I asked his mom, she liked his ex-girlfriend. So she was still hanging out with the ex and everything. And I'm like, this is uncomfortable. Every time I come around, she hanging out with that ex. But as soon as they fell out, here she come over here on my side.
She messy.
That's a lot.
Them
That's
type
a
of
lot.
mamas, they be so
Yeah, them are-
messy.
It's so
even when they love you,
messy.
you can't really
They
trust
be
them.
cool
You
with
know
the
they
exes and the current, and it's just too messy for me.
Definitely.
Very. I don't want to know no messy mamas. None of that.
Yeah, I can't be that mom. If you bringing people over, I might expose you because
Oh,
I'm
I
not
do.
being friendly to everybody.
I did it to my brother when he would bring different girls. I'd be like, "Girl, don't waste your time on him."
Nothing you messy.
I have, because I don't like
A
that.
real
I don't
girl's
like
girl.
playing with people's emotions and people
That's
feelings
true.
getting involved, and then you got these girls. We getting attached to these girls, and no.
I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. Because I would want someone to do that for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But would you listen?
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
It depends, you know? I think it depends on where you're at in your own journey, who's saying it, how they say it, if it resonates. Because sometimes you'll feel something about somebody and it'll be right back here. Then somebody says something and you got to connect. You got to connect the dots at some point. Like, okay, you can't act like that makes no sense, girl. Like,
yeah. I know for me, I'd be like, well, I'm going to just go see.
is the stove really hot? Let me see.
In a hard way.
Hey, that's how you learn stuff. They say practice make perfect. You know what I'm saying? I had to keep learning the lessons, because I tell you, the universe and God will make you keep going through the same shit over and over and over. You be like, dang, I just went through this. Like, well, I knew better. And next go round, I did it again. So,
and it feels like all of those tests and the whole thing is like, baby, I need you to trust yourself.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
What else is there really?
To your intuition all the time. Like you know you about to go into something dangerous, but you want to dip your toe into it anyway. Like let me prove that I was right.
Let me prove.
Let me prove that I was right at the beginning.
Yeah. But it's kind of, but I liked going through all the things that I went through in dating, because it really truly taught me exactly what I needed and what I wanted. Like, had I not gone through all those things, I wouldn't know exactly what I need in a relationship or in a man. I would be like, I think I need it. I don't know. Now that I have it, or I've had it, because it's like, you know, you deal with this guy and they have these qualities, and then you deal with that guy and then they have that. And it's like, dang, like, it would be nice if I would have had. So it's kind of like, now I know now what would be amazing if I could have all these qualities that I really treasure and I would want in a man, and to just find that one man. So it's like, it's kind of like a learning thing. It's, you know, we should be glad that we go through all these relationships, because we're going to come to a place in our life when we're like, you know what? I know exactly what I want now. But had I not gone through all that, I wouldn't know. You know,
I'm not there yet. I feel like some of them lessons I didn't need to learn. Could have kept some of those lessons.
I know they don't feel good, but you know, Sabrina, I definitely agree with that. It's a beautiful journey. And then when certain stuff starts to click, you just value it even more. I value the tears. I value the heartbreak. I know y'all have all felt it. I felt my heart break in my chest. Like, it's never fun, but I wouldn't change it for anything, because it's made me who I am, and it's given me the clarity and perspective that I have now. And like you said, how would I have ever gotten that before without getting my hands dirty?
And all you ladies are still open to finding love again. Like, we're not letting those previous situations scar us and turn us off from love completely.
Damn right.
Absolutely, honey, because we all definitely ready to love, child.
Yeah.
Anyway, these dudes just got to get it together.
We just need one. We each just need one to get it together. What is that? Five? I only need 5.
And step outside the box. Don't just wait on that whatever you see is physically supposed to be your dream man. Like, they not waiting on us. Don't wait on it. You know what I'm talking about. Like, don't just be, you know.
My grandfather told me his friend is still playing women. So my grandfather said his friend is still out there playing games, and he's 72 or something like that. So I'm like,
I am done.
Girl, he would be tired.
He got 5 of them on his roster. I said, oh.
He got money?
No, he said Social Security check don't go, but so far, he said that's why he had a stroke.
Henry, I need Henry to slow it down.
Even my grandfather, I hope he don't see this, but he was like, no, but they can't. He was like, they can't spend the night.
Like,
They
I
don't
hope
none
I'm
of that.
telling it.
He's
I
not
hope he don't
doing
see
that.
it.
Oh,
He's almost 80, so he like they can't stay the night. Nope, none of that. You can come for a little while and go. And I'm like, it should be calling him his friend. Like, at your big grown age, they still just your friend.
they still be out here in the streets, child. I'm telling you.
I went to a cigar lounge and he was like, "That's my spot," and I'm like, "I can't go nowhere because I'm like, what are you?"
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they still be in the street, but you know, it is what it is. But what did someone say on one of the last panels? It's 8 billion people out here in this world. It's going to be someone for us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We just have to stay faithful to our journey. We have to trust the process, and we have to be true to ourselves first. Because for real, if we gonna keep lying to ourselves, we're not gonna find that person. Because it's like, how can you bring someone into a whole lie? You haven't even figured out who you are yet. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a journey. I know I was single for 4 years, and for 2 years on purpose, I was like, I don't want to date. I was like, I need to date me. I was like, I need to find out me. I need to learn more about me. I need to love me even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I can get back out there. And that's what happened, man. Yeah, it's true. All right, guys, let's move forward, ladies, queens. All right, number 2. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, when you going back upstairs? Oh, okay. 60, 59, 58. We're gonna skip it. Okay. This is a single soulmate question. This was brought to me, and just to let you guys know, if you have questions that you would like for us to discuss on the panel, definitely hit me up in my DM on Instagram and shoot me those questions. And this is a soulmate question. How can you tell when you have outgrown a relationship?
When our beliefs no longer align, like with our goals, become irritable. I don't even want you touching me. Don't look at me. Argumentative. Like, it's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, when you the thing that came to my mind and you kind of put words to it is the vibe. Like, there's always a vibe when you're just in sync, and it entails a lot of different little things that sync up. But yeah, when you just always irritated, because sometimes being irritated and whatever is normal, but just that where it's just like, I don't like you anymore. And like, sometimes
like every little thing.
Yeah, I don't like you. And sometimes, to be honest, and I've tried to deal with myself on this and I haven't loved it, but I'm like, sometimes I lose respect. And when I know I lose a certain level of respect, especially because the way I am, it's not a good thing. And that is because our beliefs and goals and all of these things that are very important and foundational are just not aligning. They're wacky and it just doesn't feel good anymore. And not the kind of feel good like you're in a mood feel good, but I mean in totality, like this is not fixable. And I don't want to try to change you, and vice versa. So
yeah, because if I got to change you, we're definitely not going to be together.
I think the most I ever have felt like that in the past is if I felt the person is just complacent. Like they just like being where they're at,
no drive.
No real drive, right? Like if I'm with a passionate person, I feel like it's always something exciting and new because they're chasing their dream or whatever, and we're coming together talking about like how we're growing every day, and what we're learning. But if it's just the same, routine, I think that's the most I've ever felt like I've outgrown someone. Like, I need more.
I think for me, I feel like if my life doesn't change, nothing changes when you're not around. Like I feel when you're there, it doesn't make my life any better. My world doesn't get better. I'm not looking forward to even being around you. Nothing. I feel better alone than I do with you. Then it's over.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was good.
And I don't mind being alone.
Mhm. Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's for us people that actually like to be alone. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
appreciate
I
your
love
own
being by
time.
myself.
Okay.
I love my own company. I'm a ball. I love it
Me
here.
Yes.
too. Me too.
I
Like,
love
I
it.
don't have nothing to do, and it's just okay. Like, I just love you, girl. I love you too, girl. We be having a ball. You absolutely right. So it's like the thing is, and then it's like if I meet somebody and they come into my life, and he comes into my life, and I'm like, oh wow, because now he's filling into my cup. So it's like, oh, okay, let my cup runneth over, honey.
Yes.
But if I start feeling like my cup just dry and I just want to, like, dang, the bottom of the cup looking real crusty down there. You know what I'm saying?
Not a
Yeah.
crusty
That's
cup.
the only thing
You
dry.
get to the point where you see their number on the phone, or they come to the house, and you like it's like just
Don't be
like,
saying just don't answer.
Right.
it could be like that with friendships as well. It's just sometimes you just know.
Honey,
Yeah.
I'd be like, the dog was out there walking the fish, child. I'm sorry. I was
Yeah, and Shayna, you're right. With friendships, it's the same thing.
Oh,
It almost feels the same. Yeah. If we're conversing and it just feels like
one-sided.
very misaligned,
Yes.
or one-sided, or like somebody's just not growing. And don't get me wrong, we all do silly things. This is certainly not about perfection or being better than anybody or judging someone, but it's just something that you feel. It's just like, we ain't in sync. Not even a little bit.
And sometimes in relationships that will happen, but it's different when you know it's done. Like your season is up versus like, okay, it's just a tough time, because there's gonna be tough times in any relationship. But when it's just, we're not even getting back on track, we're not even trying anymore.
Yeah, because the calls will slow down, the texts will slow down, then you ain't even liking stuff on social media no more. It just so much start happening with it.
People don't even ask about them no more. They just used to seeing you coming up by yourself. Like, it's just time to end it.
Yeah, I think Z, you nailed it with the word passion. And it doesn't mean every day is like on fire. And I keep saying stuff like that because I don't want the words to get misconstrued, because I'll see stuff online where dudes be like, I've been seeing it a lot lately where men are just talking about women like to be entertained all the time. Like, you got to keep them stimulated and excited. They're out. And it's like partially true, but there is just a passion. And we can have passion sipping tea and having a conversation, or being outside and traveling. It doesn't have to always be this wild thing, but passion is delicious.
Yes, it's so sexy when you see someone, like when you see a man going after what they want in life, besides women. You know what I mean? When they're doing it not because of how they can benefit, but this is their dream. You know, like that type of thing. You don't even have to be around me, but knowing that someone's really out there, you know, just on that grind, on that, you know, it's sexy. You know,
It's so sexy.
Oh yeah.
Purpose is sexy. Listen.
Purpose, yeah. Like,
So D Brown would like to know, but what would y'all suggest to bring that fire back? Because you would hate to lose out on a good man or friendship because of boredom.
Be fire.
Hey D, so beautiful. I think it's very important. I think where a lot of couples or people in relationship friendships get so lost with like the day and day of work, kids, family, all that extra stuff, sports. And I think it's very important to maybe once a month do like a sit down and do an inventory. Like, how are things going? What do you feel like I can improve on? What is something that I'm doing that you don't like? How can I be a better friend to you? Are you know, those type of questions.
This is tough because if we've outgrown each other, then there's nothing else. Like, there's nothing else. There's nothing else to do. If there's still some hope, then I think both people are willing to put the work in and say, what can we do let's write down a list, whatever it takes to try to figure it out and have a communication and conversation. But if it's to the point where we're just flat out outgrown each other and the season is just up, your time is just up.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. It's over.
I mean, I would like to say to be fire. Like, it's that real whole corny thing. Be the change you want to see in the world. If stuff ain't feeling popping, then get it popping and see if that inner cultivation of fire catches. Now, if you're, because even so, I love what you said, T, about the inventory, because I think the communication is valuable. And
Yes.
it might sound like a task or like balancing a checkbook, but it could also be fun. It's very informative. And if you're interested, I think you're kind of always listening for some kind of cue that you
Right.
can spice it up, fire it up, or whatever it's going to be. So if the love is still there and the pot is still warm, I just say turn it up in your own self and let the flame catch. And if it doesn't, then
I like that.
Yeah. I get that. Michelle Obama said her and Barack were miserable for 10 years. So it's like it can be done. It can be done. It just has to be both people have to want to do it. And I feel like I found myself in a situation where I was the only one wanting to put in the work. And for that, it's just like it's time to go. I won't be the only one working on it. It takes two people to make it work.
Yeah. That's how I am with my friendships.
Yeah. Situation too.
Some really
you're used to being there. They're just there. You've grown up with them. You've known them for 20 years, whatever. But you can't be the only one reaching out.
It's no longer about history. It's about effort and yeah.
Yeah, because if they appreciate you, they'll put in the work as well. If I see you're putting, it takes a lot for me to walk away. If I see you're trying to put in the effort, I'm going to put in effort. If I'm the only one doing it and I'm complaining and you're not doing anything about it, then you don't value me.
And knowing when you're wrong too, just knowing when, like taking accountability, like even in just friendships. Some people have a hard time, especially the longer they've known each other, they have a hard time just saying sorry, So
or I was wrong,
I was wrong. Like when we see, it's just, but it's that maturity, especially if you've known them since like adolescent or like the longer the friendship. Y'all just so used to each other's ways, but you gotta grow out of those ways.
In Black Lexicon, I want to say is a male, from the last time I think when he was on my channel. So he says a second first date, and I like that. I like that, a second first date, because girlfriends can go on dates. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, absolutely.
I mean, my best friend actually have one scheduled next week. We do it like once a month.
I love that.
She's married, so she's married. They're kind of like 2 years in, so I respect that. But we make sure we do our best friend date nights every month.
That time, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I love that. A good date goes so far with me. Like I've had to, I try to express that the best I can, but when I see I don't want to get out, I flirt differently outside. I like to have my craft cocktail, and I might want to whisper something in your. There's just a different motivation to being outside sometimes. That is just different than sitting up in the house or whatever. So I'm huge on a good date night. Like that's one of them things that's going to get you to where things need to be with me. Okay.
The art of seduction. I feel like there's no seduction anymore. Like seduce.
Yeah.
Don't let all this instant gratification. No, seduce me. Work for it. So it's like.
And
don't just jump on me or whatever. Like,
look at
how far?
I'm always getting seduced now, girl.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Absolutely,
that is
no
contradictory.
I did a review on Married to Medicine. I don't know if y'all watched that, but one of
my favorite shows.
Look, I do.
And so Toya, Sunday, she was complaining about Dr. Eugene not taking her out, and I was like, okay, that's valid. It is important that you need to go out. But I think when he took her out, she was complaining. So I'm like, okay, your delivery is horrible. Like
it is.
Now you
She's
seem
hard.
Grateful.
She's tough anyway.
Yeah,
and
like,
she's so cute. I want her to flirt with him more. And sometimes they have these moments where they're laughing, is cute, but I just want her. Everything he tries, she's like, and I'm like, girl,
I'm like, you did this for you, did you? You did this for you. And then they did the little montage of like him looking at the chef. I was like, okay, wait.
Right.
She's complaining about him the whole time. And I'm like, he never complains about her or says, I need this from you or anything. So it's like, I'm trying to remember the next time I'm in a relationship to be mindful of just the delivery. Because I do want to go outside. I don't want to be in the house all the time. But the way she said it was just so like, ugh, girl, you got a good man, Savannah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
A lot. He works a lot to keep that lifestyle. ER doctors, they don't have it really easy because they're just they're in the
yeah. Because he's a surgeon, right?
12-hour shifts.
Like eating the ER though. Like,
yeah, that's. And I ain't or nothing. I'm like, I want the soft girl life for all of my sisters.
It's amazing.
I love you. I want the soft life for Sabrina getting flowers every week. Yes, we all deserve the experience.
Sabrina,
one over there.
Kudos. Flowers.
Yeah, but you have to be intentional too. You know what I mean? And you have to say what you want. You have to like really put it out there. You know, because like men literally are from Venus and we're literally from Mars. They don't have no clue. So sometimes you do have to like say things out loud. They can't read our minds. They cannot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once you let them know these are the things that's just like when we first started talking. He asked me, he was like, what are your love languages? And we tell this story all the time. And I say all of them. I mean that like I'm serious. I want all of it, you know? And every day he shows up with all 5 love languages. No lie.
Yeah.
No lie. He goes.
They're from Mars. We're from.
Yeah. I was thinking that, but I got the point.
I got what you saying.
Yeah.
I love that. And you know what too? I'm pretty vocal and I will find the sweet ways to say things and let it know. But if the guy is not picking up what I'm putting down and he just don't do it, I'm so out. I shouldn't have to tell you. Correct. I shouldn't have to tell you, hey, I know we can't see each other. You might be busy and this, but I would really love, like, if I'm telling you how much I love, like at this point, I'm buying them for myself. I don't like you anymore. Like, this isn't fun. You can't do that. You don't got 5 minutes to get on your phone and mail flowers here if it's long distance or something. It's very unattractive.
But I'm telling you, there really are men out there like that. You know what I mean? And y'all, like, I mean, and you really do just have to keep your eyes open. And one thing about me is I'm a communicator. I talk a lot. I ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You have to. And I give a lot of information, but you're absolutely right, Jamie. Like, I shouldn't have to keep telling you. I mean, it's to the point now where I don't even say anything. I remember just real quick story for Christmas. I remember saying to him, I was like, oh God, I forgot to go to the dollar store because I always put bows on the front of my cars for Christmas time. So one morning I woke up and went out to go to work and the bows were on my car. I'm like, when did you
Can we just?
Yes.
Like
he's going to listen.
It's the effort. It wasn't all of this money. It was the effort. It was the listening. It was the idea. And it was his care for you. And I love that. I love that for you. And I love that for him.
Yes. And that will make you in turn want to go above him because it's those little
exactly.
That part.
You don't have to complain about me not cooking or whatever. I'm going to do it.
Whatever.
Nurturing naturally.
Right. And that's what we talk about too, because we pour into each other. But, you know, and that's one thing that I do say, like, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but women be like, I'm the prize. I am the prize. But guess what? So is he. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And he's not going to show up for me if I'm meeting him 30%. He's going to meet 29%. You see what I'm saying? But if he sees I'm giving 100, he's going to give me 100. And that's how it should be. And it's like every day. And it's like, we don't keep score, you know, because some days I may be on 20 and he may be on 80. And one day he might be on 30 and I might be on 70. Like, boo, I got the other 70. Like, I'm good. Like, you relax. You just work 14 hours. I'm going to do this. What you need me to wash some clothes for you. You know what I'm saying? And we have each other's backs. And that's really how it should be. But I think we're in this whole city girl lifestyle mentality now. And I think that has really ruined a lot of us because back in the day, you know, it was, you know, you need to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. And you know what I mean? And it's like over the generations, things have changed, but we have lost a lot of the values from, you know, before, you know, when our grandpas and grandmas and our moms and fathers, people that have been married for 30, 50, 60 years, and they hated each other probably to their last breath, but they were in love with each other. You know what I'm saying? And they stuck by each other because, you know, and it was real. So it's like we have these microwavable relationships now, and it's like, you know, if he ain't buying me no bag and all this crazy madness stuff, like it's nuts out here. But I have I have like an what do you say? Like my values are like old kind of Jamie, you're
old school.
Oh, it is old school. It is
or traditional, or
I'm very traditional. I am. And I think too, like, and honestly, that's how he and I started talking. He saw the post on my Facebook that I used to do when I used to do Dear Husband posts. And he was reading them on. He was like, wait a minute, is women still like you out here? I'm like, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
City girls don't even want to be city girls. So it's a lot of us.
But you know what? To that city girl thing, I really think, and I'm just going to be, you know, I'm going to just get on here and be that girl for a second. I think a lot of that, because we talk about how it used to be back in the day. And I feel like, you know, because I'm an 80s baby, I always bring it up. I was 1 foot over here and 1 foot over here. And I think that the reason why I find so much value and benefit in being a life coach, and the first S in Sassy being self-love and mastery, is because I feel like that's the only way to navigate. Because when I was more coming up, like we were the ride or die chicks. Like we even had the song, I need a ride or die chick. Like we was serious. We was doing anything for our man. We was treating these men like husbands when we shouldn't have, and all of this stuff. But we weren't getting anything out of it. You know, a lot of them were still cheating. They were still outside. They were still whatever. So now I can get why women are like, well, I want a bag at least. I at least want to eat good. Some of these bills at least
Get
need
something
to
out
be
of it,
packed,
yeah.
something out of it. So I don't think it's totally like all superficial. I think some of it's like, no, y'all play. So now how can I make it worth it for me? I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I do think some of it was born from like, no, because if I love you, you really don't like that. You're going to take everything from me and go on to the next. But back to the self-love thing, that crack in the middle is like, we just have to do better about discerning who we're with. So I just feel like I can see the clarity in all the mess. I'm like, she's not all the way wrong, girl. Like, I can see where that might have come from, you know?
Like protection is a guard that they're almost putting up. Like some of the grandmas are settling and putting up with some nonsense. And some of those really love it. It's like, we want the love part, and we're not getting it. We put that guard up and it's like a facade. But those city girls, they're sitting around in relationships while meanwhile everybody's singing their songs.
yeah.
Right. So I mean, ultimately everybody wants to have, for the most part, wants to have someone. So,
but it's also too how you show up in the beginning. You know, if I showed up masculine and hard, then you know what I'm trying to say? Like I showed up soft, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's another thing, like women needs to just be more mindful of how they present themselves in the very, very beginning, because men will treat you exactly what you possess yourself to be. And that's according to what you showed, you want to be this, you want to be aggressive, you want to be loud, you want to go smoke area, you want to, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to treat you like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to wife you up, you know? So, and I think a lot of women have it also in their head, like, oh, I could stay the same. I could act like this. And I'm going to find me a man. You're going to find somebody, but you're going to find your husband. You know, like you sometimes you do have to make certain changes, you know, just like when you meet your guy, it's going to be some things that he may need to change to fit you, but y'all are willing to make those sacrifices for each other. So you guys can fit, his circle can fit into your circle. You know what I'm saying? Because his square is not going to fit into your circle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all have to come together and try to make it fit, you know? So
absolutely. I mean, if your manifestations aren't going to change you, what are you really doing? What are you asking for if you're not going to allow what you're asking for to change you? If I'm asking on this level because this is where I'm at, then this is what I'm going to get. I want more. Okay, so this is why, back to, you know, even Sabrina, what you were saying, all of the stuff that we've been through to get where we are, because we asking for this, but we right here. So yeah, we're going to sweat and cry and climb and break fingernails and fall on our knee, all of these things. But yeah, because I asked for this. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
I think when a man comes to try to do that, if I had a friend and a guy was trying to take her to a nice restaurant and she's like, no, I'm not that kind of girl. Fridays is good for me. And it's like, allow him to do those things for you.
Girl,
You're setting a tone for the relationship. And that's like, nope. Now you're Netflix and chilling 10 years later. And it's like, you don't really want that. What were you trying to do here? You should have been honest from the beginning. Let him treat you soft from the beginning. Like, one day we have to allow it to happen. And I'd be like, nope, I can do the bare minimum. You don't got to go above and beyond for me. Like, let him do those things.
Like, I don't care where we eat. I just want to eat. Like, I'm just hungry.
It's like, don't be like, oh no, I don't want that. Like, why? He wants to do something nice for you. Allow it to happen.
Right.
I feel like let a man be a man too. You know.
Facts.
I feel like a lot of men do want like traditional women, but don't want to. And I think I said this before, but they don't want to step up to the plate of what it takes to have a traditional woman. Like we look at these relationships in the past with our grandparents and such. I mean, they were staying at home. You know, the man was, you know, bringing in the bacon, literally. You know, so. A lot of times they want someone who can stay at home, but also work and then also expect to have sex like a porn star and then also take care of kids. But it's like, you don't really want a traditional woman. You want a non-traditional woman. And if you do, you're not a traditional man, you know? So it's like, is there a middle ground? Like, I mean, because I also look at it as, you know, in the past, a lot of times people were in those long relationships because they didn't think that they can get out of them too. There were situations where people were kind of stuck together because, and it's
not me.
We've gone from a whole other spectrum to like just instant gratification where we can find a date just by a swipe, you know? So it's kind of, I don't think like it's in this generation, there's no like middle ground a lot, you know, because I hear a lot of friends saying that they're married and, you know, people are rushing to get married, but at the same time, you know, there's also, oh yeah, that person's with that person. Oh yeah, well he cheated with that. You know, it's just like, it's like, what do I have to look forward to now in this generation when it comes to marriage?
Flying in a rush, girl.
Yeah.
And
like,
don't
yeah, you can't be. You really can't be.
If somebody hurt my feelings, I'm gonna make their chest cave in. So
yes, absolutely. But
I'm curious about feelings.
But it's okay if they get hurt. You know what? And I don't want to say, because now I don't want to say a wise man once said. So he and I, and because we talk a lot, and I really feel like that our conversations can really help people for real, because like we really got to know each other. I remember he made a statement and he told me, if God had told you like what the end result was going to be, but if he told you everything you had to go through to get to where you wanted to be, you would be like, oh hell no, I don't even want to do it. Get somebody else to do it. I don't want to do it. You wouldn't want to, because he's like, you're gonna have to go through this, you're gonna have to go through that, you're gonna have to go through. He was like, no, I wouldn't want to do it. He's like, but I'm glad that I went through everything. If I had to go through everything that I went through to get to you, I would do it all over again. But if someone told me that I had to go through it, I probably would be like, nope. Like, she might be cool and all that, but I don't think I'm willing to go through all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you really do. You have to trust the process. You have to trust it. You know,
I needed to hear that.
Okay, you received.
That's why I need to heal. You know, people like, I'm healed, so I be having to make sure I'm completely healed. So I don't be trying to get my dick back.
And that's
healing
real,
though. I feel like we're always healing. Like there's always
yes. That's
like,
real.
It's a journey. It's not a destination. It's a journey. So yes, we are. I always healing, but
yes, and that's fine.
But it can be fun too. I mean, I tell my clients that like healing can be fun. It doesn't have to be this perpetual state of like, you know, it can be kind of popping. Like, try this. Look at this. Have you looked at things this way? Go out and Like, make it playful, add some wonderment to it, and just be willing to make the adjustments. Like, I believe in the whole path of least resistance. It's only so arduous because we're like, "Ugh." We're like trying to resist doing everything, and we low key want to stay the same. Like, almost to your point, Sabrina, what your man said, like, if we knew what it was going to take, we would just be like, never mind, I'll just stay like this because it's comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just don't get upset when you're uncomfortable. Just lean into it and have a good time. Who cares? We're only here one time. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a hard part with relationships too, because I was debating with somebody about like it shouldn't take years and years for a man to know if he wants to marry you, that type of thing. And the guy was like, "Oh well, no, he has to get to know you." And I'm like, we're always growing and changing, so we're always going to be getting to know each other.
No,
Because I'm not going to be
Absolutely.
10 years from now. I'm not who I was 10 years ago. So we're always growing and learning and healing and going through things.
I
And you're
make a joke.
absolutely
I'm not the same person 5 minutes ago. Like, who I was yesterday, I got a whole new awakening on all of the happenings that happened just in this one day.
yes.
I'm not even the same. Like,
And I feel like the minute somebody changes, it's like, oh, that's not what you weren't like that when we got together. And it's like, and I shouldn't be.
and
so
I'm not going to be.
and
Absolutely.
it's like we're supposed to be growing together.
Yep. Absolutely. But that's what commitment is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what marriage really is. And people needing to really understand what that really means. And you're right, Shayna. Men know in the first 5 minutes if they're going to marry you or not, period. They know.
Is in buy a house, like it's just crazy.
I believe it.
And just to have somebody.
Yeah.
No settling.
Absolutely.
My sister, you don't have to. Like Sabrina said, if you go through the process, then you'll have what you actually want instead of what you settle for. You'll be resenting yourself.
Absolutely.
Oof.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because I would have waited till I was 60 to 70. Like, I wasn't going to settle. Absolutely. I was not going to settle just to say I had a man. Getting a man was the easy part. Finding a good one, that was the hard part.
That's a word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I really was like, I will be by myself. I will be single. I'm not settling anymore because I literally am a great, happy person. Like, honestly, like me laughing all the time and joking all the time and running around dancing with the door. Like, that's really me in real life, off screen. Like, I'm really a happy person. So the thing is to bring somebody into my life, they have to be an addition to my happiness. I just can't come in and just say, oh, I'm a man, I'm lonely, I'm this, I'm that. I would have been 60 years old, gray and everything. And if I would have found him then, guess what? I would have been like, thank you.
Yeah.
And I don't have to die alone. You know what I'm saying? But I damn sure not going to be with somebody and be miserable.
That's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Lee, this is such a good conversation.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, I don't see questions where anymore. I'm just like,
Yes, Kiki.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? The last bunch of comments I've been putting up have all been from the guys.
I love hearing the male's perspective.
Absolutely. And I know when Tequila said, this isn't a sprint, this is a journey, he was like, I'm all up for the journey. He's like, yeah, he want the journey too.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. Oh, hear what he say? Correction. Men know in the first 5 minutes if we would consider marrying a particular woman.
Okay.
Well, it's still 5 minutes though. It ain't 7 years.
And a consideration is plenty.
Yeah.
That's enough to go get somewhere with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So next question, because I'm not going to keep y'all all night. Next question. Should bedroom issues stay private? And this is from a soulmate. Would you be upset if your partner told your bestie our intimate life is boring, child? He's just no good. I cannot deal. So should bedroom issues stay private, or is it okay to talk to your bestie about it?
It should stay private, but I'm not going to act like I haven't been guilty of. Like I've never, but it should stay private.
I think it also, you know how we say we have different friends that serve different purposes in our life. So it would depend on what friend it is, what purpose. Because if you telling Pookie and this Pookie that who you be in the club with it, you running the streets with it, because he ain't gonna do nothing but encourage you to go cheat or something. But if it's like one of your friends who's married, who's serious about relationships, who's like on that path to like taking it serious, that would be the friend that I would be okay with him talking. Those, because just like Shayna said, of course, I'm gonna end up probably talking about it to my best friend. So I may not go into extreme detail, but it's my best friend, you know.
That's real.
You have those conversations.
Careful.
Right.
You just gotta be careful because Pookie might want you, you know. Oh, things not happening good in the bedroom. Oh, okay, let me slide through. And vice versa. I don't be telling my girlfriends how he put it down or nothing like that. It's none of your business.
Right.
Right. So like that's
why I say I wouldn't go into too much detail. Just be very surface level.
Yep.
I feel like after the fact, if something didn't work out, then I would be like, yeah, girl, because this and that, and I don't know, and it'll be whatever. But I'm pretty private. I don't, and I would hope that he is too, because, you know, I've had men in my life that we were going through something or have gone through something outside of the bedroom, and you asking friends, and your friends don't know me. They didn't hear what I said to you.
Yeah.
They don't know us and our intricacies. So you went and asked somebody and they told you, well, she trying to do this, and they were dead ass wrong. And now we're no more, you know, or whatever, because now you got all of these voices in your head when really you should be listening to yours. And if anything, additionally, mine. So I think the privacy and the incubation, I'm really big on that. I think it is so powerful to incubate. And of course the bedroom, I don't like to share too much in the midst of it. It never has never yielded anything good. Yeah.
No one should have any. There should be no outside influence. I feel like unless it's so bad to the point you have to go to like a sex therapist or something. But I doubt like people would let it get that far. But I don't know. But yeah.
I think Sophia did have a good point, though. Sometimes there may be someone that's like-minded or a married couple that's gone through something that you may be able to confide in if you have somebody you can trust, just to say, not to go into details, but like, hey, it's getting boring. It's just, you know, you're doing the same thing for a while. Like, what can I do to spice it up? Maybe if you do have the right person to talk to, you're not just gossiping, but you should talk to your spouse first.
That part. That was very well said. I was thinking that, like, there's a difference between like, oh, I'm going through something and this is really tough. Do you think you can help me without all the details? And gossiping. Like, why would I be gossiping about my man? Like, that's crazy.
Unless it's Mad Day, then, you know, people liable to.
Now, y'all better give me a joint.
Don't let us break up.
Sit me down somewhere. Give me some tacos and sit me down somewhere.
Now, every time I turn on the TV, somebody talking about they've been faking it for 15 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
But it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was like, oh, that's excessive.
What happens, Jamie?
Faking it.
People fake it.
Oh, girl, no, I can't fake it.
Not for me.
I'm not going to say I've never faked it, and I can't. Well, I can't. I've never been in a 10-year relationship, so I can't say, but I could just, I don't know. Well, maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me.
I think every woman's faked it.
Maybe I'm the liar.
I think everybody's faked it at some point.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it hasn't been enjoyable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just finished.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I got to work in the morning to wrap it up. Like, I just wanted to end. It was fun.
You know?
It made me think about the Chappelle show where he had a thing where it was like, wrap it up. Like, it's like one of those. Like, I just want to...
And again, it doesn't mean that it wasn't good or it was bad or it was no. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, again, you know, as SWBW, it might just be me.
Black Lexicon says, if you feel any kind of way, you want to tell someone about it, the job wasn't done correctly, even if you liked it.
So you should tell the person, right? That's the only one that can change anything.
And if they ask you, they already know that you didn't. If they have to ask you, you already know the answer.
Exactly. Trey Mack says, this sounds like the Kevin Hart he ate booty butt joke. I would recommend to not do it. Men are not sharing with their friends about a woman he's serious with.
Good.
Yeah, and that's absolutely facts.
Yeah,
that's
good.
Facts. That
like
is
that.
Facts, honey. Especially
Yeah, don't
if
do
they
that.
really, really like you, or they thinking about wifing you or anything. That's one thing a man will not do. He will not tell his friends. But if he like, yo, check Shorty out, all that, yeah, he don't care about you. Smash and pass. That's exactly what we doing.
But could it be he cared about you to the point where he's like, it's like a routine, like same old, same old. What can I do? Like the seeking advice type of thing. I guess back to Will's point, it's like, okay, it's kind of care because he's trying to get help.
Then ask me.
So.
What you mean? What should I do? How are you asking somebody else? They're not my coochie.
It's like,
What do we? You gonna ask somebody? I would hate that. It makes zero sense. What should I do to please my woman? Who are you asking? You're not gonna ask a woman.
No, that's the one with facts, though.
It doesn't
or even
make
how
sense.
can I have the conversation? They may feel uncomfortable because you've been with somebody for a while. Now you're, it's like you're coming to me about what after all this time. So it may be an uncomfortable conversation to have. They just, people look for advice. That's why they go to counseling, church.
Yeah. They're not going to their boys for advice. They going to their boys to be like, man, she don't be giving me no head. They, you know what I'm saying? They going to complain to their boy.
Right.
They not going to their boys for no advice. Like, what this dude gonna tell me that I don't already know? Their egos won't allow.
Their ego will not allow. Yeah.
But they definitely gonna be like, yeah, man, she ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? They going to the board to figure out.
Look at the why. Why isn't she doing that? Like, it might be something else that's causing me to not want to do that. That has nothing to do with the bedroom.
Which that's where the communication should come in. But a lot of men and women don't take the time to really communicate effectively. And I don't think a lot of people really understand and knows what that means. But I think that if we did, a lot of things would change and there would be a lot of more successful relationships out here.
Absolutely.
Just my thought.
Absolutely.
Definitely. You're not wrong.
Absolutely.
So Kiki said, do you guys stay in a relationship where y'all are not satisfied with your partner?
So I'm really picky. So I'm not like the person. I'm not the person who like always has a partner. Like, so if I'm ever choosing somebody and I'm in relationship, it's because I'm in it. So the nuances of certain, I am a communicator, and I also believe that everything can be worked out. So I don't really experience often where I'm just like, I'm not satisfied, and this is not a recurring thing in my life due to that. I keep my numbers low. I don't really be out there like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tie up with you like that to.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm in a relationship and not satisfied, that can change. Like that can be it can be worked on. So that's something that can change. If it's not changing, I don't know. But if somebody's trying to work to make it change, just like with anything, then I would be willing to say, and if I'm satisfied in all other areas and I don't want to just end the relationship because of that alone. So
it's a mind thing for women too. Like our turn-ons is very mental, so.
No, I was listening to you.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, Z.
She was looking like she was like, nah, girl, I don't agree.
Because we
were like, no.
We would have to watch porn together. Like, we gonna figure this out.
I just don't think I would be in a relationship. Like, if I'm in the relationship, I am being satisfied. If I'm in the relationship, so,
yeah. That's kind of what I was trying to say. I wouldn't be there to just Very true.
Jamie told us her numbers is low, and I was like, where are we going with this?
I just mean as far as like, I just don't date like that. People think like, I really don't. I can count on one hand how many relationships I've been in. Now I'll date, we can go to dinner, we'll talk, I'll see. But as far as just we're trying and I got titles and we're this and we're building and I don't really, if it ain't looking like, I don't really. Right. I'd rather be with myself. Like Sabrina was saying, like, I'll be alone until I'm 60. So I'm still single now. Can I get just a man? Yeah, but I don't, I'm not really, if it ain't what it needs to be, I'm really good. I'm so good.
No, same here. And I think people do confuse that though. Like they think just dating is like a relationship. If I forgot what show it was, but people are like, a woman said she was like dating, and they were like, "Oh, she's sleeping with everybody." Like dating is just that. Like we're
Don't
dating,
be
we're
sleeping with everybody.
in a relationship.
Like
Right.
you're just courting,
Yeah.
like courting, dating and courting. You don't have to have sex with every person
Right,
that takes you out to eat.
Mhm.
Right. I'm like, I went out. You can. I think.
Yeah, because mine ain't worth no meal. You're gonna have to come harder than that. So
Right. Just because we
Yeah.
spent time together, we're getting to know each other. We're dating, but we're not in a relationship. We're not dating exclusively or anything like that. Dating is just dating. If a woman wants to date a man every day, she shouldn't be frowned upon. If she's sleeping with a man every day, now that's something different.
But
And that's a lot. That's her deal though.
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
I feel like when guys say that, like assume that like just because a woman's dating that they're having sex, they have multiple partners, it's projecting. Because that's something that they would do.
Oh.
You know? So you think just because I'm out dating multiple people, I'm having sex with them because that's what you do, huh?
Yeah, because we don't correct.
Right.
That's what you do. That's what you used to. Gotcha.
Yeah. I wish more women would date more and not just one person. You know what I mean? Not like be out there being all promiscuous or whatever, but just kind of like really dating and going out with this guy one day, that guy another day, going out to eat, going out to the movies, going to the park, going to, you know what I'm saying, a show, and just like really just spreading their wings and just understanding, like, forget the narrative, forget what people are going to say, forget what people are going to think. Like, don't think about it. Just like be out there and just have fun, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, you know, but just be careful. Like, don't be out there, you know what I'm saying? Because you might catch something.
Like, don't be out there, please.
You might catch something.
Don't be out there like, that's so funny.
Like, I'm not saying that, but I wish more women did like really just date. And I mean, and it's a wonderful thing. When I was dating, I had a lot of fun. I had fun, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I have to do it.
I think it's like getting to know all those people. It can get tedious. That's why I don't do it. And plus, once you find somebody, it's like, now I'm focusing on that person. But these men don't do that.
They don't.
Yeah. But once it becomes like a chore or you feel like, oh, this is exhausting, cut it back. Like you make the rules. Like you the boss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Be like, I don't feel like doing none of that. You know what? I think I might want to go eat some shrimp tomorrow. Let me call up Greg. Call Greg and go eat some shrimp tomorrow. It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Lucky Greg.
Facts.
Take your own car. Just get the shrimp and go.
Lucky him.
Yep, I say it all the time. Dating is for data. It's collecting data. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ask a whole lot of questions, child.
Yeah.
So D Brown says, I got my husband at age 18. Do y'all feel like I missed out?
Do you feel like you missed out?
Yeah.
That would really be my question, honestly. Do you feel that way? Because I would want to know that, because I was engaged very early on and he was pretty much, you know, like my only guy, this and that. And if we had evolved, I can only guess, right? Because we didn't. I would have just stayed right there. Because it's not, but how can I really say, because I didn't experience the opposite. But no, seeing what I've seen and being out here, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to crap on dating, but it's just not that impressive. If it's not that impressive, I'd rather be growing with one person. So
agree.
If you're happy in that, you won.
Yeah. I think we're always wondering, like, what if, like, no matter what you do. I mean, I got divorced at a young age thinking like, okay, I got married this time, I'll easily be able to. I ain't been married since then. So I don't think you miss anything, but that's just my perception because I haven't found anything since then. I've gotten engaged after that. I've had children and I still haven't found like anything. So, but I mean, if you get married at 18, you're always going to wonder what did I miss? Nothing. You didn't miss anything.
Absolutely. Right. And it is not that too much going on out here in the streets, just to let you know.
I just suggest traveling, finding your type of people. Travel. That's how I feel. Like sometimes I'm just like you said, Sabrina. There's so many people out here, billions and billions of people. You're bound to find somebody that's for you. So
yeah.
But how do y'all feel about long distance? Because it's like if you're staying in your area, you're not going to meet.
I'm so open to long distance. I'm
actually gonna know a guy long distance.
I like it. But I've set up a life where I'll move. Like my life is set up to accommodate my goals, and my goal is to be with my man. So it's really not that hard for me.
Put it in the universe, y'all.
It's whatever. Where are we going?
Right.
Where we at? Where we moving? What we doing? But I think that's just in my DNA a little bit too. I'm a military bro. I picked up and moved here. I picked up and moved to New York from LA. I picked up and moved. I'm not afraid of. If we're in this climate, if we find each other and we're liking each other, you mean to tell me some miles is gonna be the deterrent? I think not.
Right.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I guess it's hard for me. I wish I could. I have children, so I can't just pick up and go. And my last relationship, that was my ex-fiance. He came to me, but I felt like he resented me for it when he got here. It's like, you wanted me to go with you. You came to me, and now I feel resentment because of it. So I don't know if I would do it again. But it's like all these people are in the world, but if you're not seeing them, if you're just, kind of staying in your little area.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm open to
I will leave this country if the man is correct. Bye.
That's how I feel. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
We moving to Panama? Let me know. Let me know what's up. Yeah. Why not? Life
is so hard, though. It's so hard.
It is hard.
I tried it. Just like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But just like my situation, I was like, I'm not doing no long distance. He's like, well, maybe we can see each other on the weekends. I said, you gonna see who on the weekends?
Okay.
He's like, maybe we can get together on the weekend. I said, oh, I'm busy on the weekends. I said, I'm sorry. I said, I don't date nobody no more than 30 minutes out. You longer than 30 minutes.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I was like, you sure? And I was saying that before he and I started dating. Remember, Jamie?
I sure do. That has been your MO.
Facts. Tequila, what did you say, or Shayna?
No, I think that was Shayna.
I was
like trying to process it. You said you wouldn't date no one 30 minutes outside.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
I've always been like within. I need to be able to get in the same day and back home in the same day.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not 30 minutes. 30 minutes for me. Yeah, I could. I did. Honey, he was like, like every other weekend or like every weekend. I was like, no, that's not going. I told you, I'm not dating anyone more than 30 minutes outside of my surrounding area. I'm not going to do it. Yeah.
I'm so cool with that because then it progresses.
I meant that shit.
I get that area because I can't stand driving in DC. So I get that. Like, I can understand not.
But it's temporary.
Every day, Sabrina?
Say it again, Tequila.
Is it because you want to see him every day?
If I choose to, absolutely. Yep. That's one of my love languages. Yeah.
But to me, I feel like it can progress to that. And everybody's different. Like, we can get to that point. I would hate for somebody to be on my end to be stuck in a mindset where you live here and I live there, so we can't date. Why can't we date? And if we really like each other, we can start to make plans. Isn't that what people do?
Yeah, I tried that.
Yeah.
Couple times. I tried it, and it didn't work. Like 3 times to be exact. Like I tried it 3 times. The long distance, before this relationship, my last 3 relationships it's been over a 10-year period. But those relationships were all long distance, and it was because when we finally got close to each other, I was like, oh, this what you was doing Monday through Friday. Like I can't do it. But that's just me. That's my it wouldn't work for you guys. I'm just saying for me, I was like, I can't do long distance. So when I told him that, he was either like, what do I need to do? I'm trying to be with Sabrina. So he did. He packed up and moved it down south. 20 minutes away.
Perfect.
Okay.
No, you said what you wanted and you didn't settle, so you got that. I'm like, we
Exactly.
compromised too soon. It's like, all right, maybe an hour I could do. And it's like, nope, we should have stood firm to them 30 minutes.
Yep.
Absolutely. Jamie will tell you, I've been crying this speech, for a year and a half, almost 2 years.
I'm about to say it's been a couple of years, girl.
Yeah.
You stood on that.
Y'all got put out in the universe exactly what you want. You got to be specific. You got to be specific. I promise you, manifestation is real. I'm very spiritual. It's real, guys.
It is.
Okay, anyway, I'm not going
Wait a minute, what did Black Lexicon say? Let me put my glasses on.
He said Tequila. he said Tequila is full of love and Shayna is full of secrets.
I gave that.
Easy
sips tea
already.
Me and T both full of love. I'm an open book.
We are.
I love it.
He said it looks like I'm taken already, so okay.
She said she was single. He just
I don't even know
he came in after.
Oh, okay.
This is exactly why I say y'all tell everybody because they will hit me up. I'd be like, what? All right.
Like what?
So last question. Your partner has not been intimate with you in months. Is it okay to find it elsewhere? This is a soulmate question. Your partner has not been intimate with you in months. Is it okay to find it elsewhere?
No.
This is not your husband. This is just your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. Y'all been dating for 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years.
No, we just don't. If that's the case, we shouldn't be together. We feel like we need to find it elsewhere. But I do want to know what's going on down there for us not to be having sex.
I need to get some blood work done.
Right. You need 7 days.
Let me check that.
Penicillin.
What's this? What's this?
Not my little secret.
A conversation needs to be had, but stepping out, no.
Agree, because why?
Yeah, if you step out, you're gonna stay there.
Yeah.
You just gonna make things worse.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, as soon as my pH go off, I'm like, yeah, this is a wrap. My pH.
Okay.
His issue, like get a honey pack or whatever, you can figure it out.
Yes.
Like,
Why did I just now find out about honey packs? I've never heard of that.
I didn't even, I'm like, what? Then all of a sudden I saw, people posting on Instagram and I'm like, oh, okay. That's what y'all using at the gas station.
They have them at the gas station.
I'm so mad.
It's a lot of different things out there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, I feel like this. My thing is whatever you guys are comfortable with and bringing in to y'all's private and personal space. I'm like, look, especially if it's just y'all two, like have fun, have your fun, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know that wasn't the question, but yeah, the honey packs, whatever, anything, whatever works.
But then again, like if he came out
I heard about a pink pill, I'm like, they got a lot of stuff out.
So if he told
That
you like, hey, I
sounds
need a pink
interesting.
pill, would you be like, okay, cool, like I don't mind that you need assistance, or would you be judging like, wait a minute, why do you need, what's that, and why are you using it?
Some people just do it.
I think I'm gonna marry a younger
I wouldn't
man.
judge.
I need a younger man in my life.
What you say, Z?
Some people do it for fun, just for longer, just so it can, have a longer experience. Like they don't need help, but they just want to have a rush.
Mm-hmm. What were you saying, Tequila?
I wasn't.
You said you wouldn't mind.
Oh no, I wouldn't mind using like the honey packs, the pills. People make it a little nasty out for, get a little alcohol in your system. I don't mind. We could be drinking, you just never know.
Well, how long is it though? Because sometimes it get a little too long.
Yes, it makes it
depends on the person, I guess.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wouldn't judge. I don't know. Not like if you're doing all that later on in life, you might become dependent on it. Like you need it.
That's the stuff
Yeah.
I kind of think about. Like,
I don't think I want it to be a consistent thing. We can, have fun every now and then, like as far as honey packs, whatever. But you're right. Don't make it something you depend on.
Yeah, got those side effects.
Yeah, because now your thing ain't working no more, and that's
Yeah.
gonna be a problem.
Mhm.
yeah.
But Jamoya says you want to be able to talk about anything.
Yeah, I need that. Whatever I can do to facilitate cultivating that type of environment, that would be the ultimate.
Absolutely. Because you don't want them stepping out and going elsewhere because they feel more comfortable because that person is giving them the space, a safe space, a comfortable space. Exactly. To feel like, Dad, I could talk to him about anything. I can introduce this and that and say, what about this? Let's try that. If you can't do it with your own girl, like,
and I get the monogamy of things kind of stiffen things up in a particular way, but still, if we can't talk about it together, like, I just don't think it will ever work. It's not
I've
fun.
never been with a friend. Like I've never been with somebody who's like, that's my friend. And I think that's
what I want.
That's when you have those open conversations. Otherwise, it's calling Pookie and them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Girl, because Pookie gonna tell him, man. He gonna encourage him. Now he got community penis. Like now you just giving it out to everybody.
Community.
The penicillin. Trey Mack said, wait, did we even ask what was the issue? He said, why has the relationships fallen off or even stopped? Why have
we said we
Well,
would
we already said that in the
get
beginning,
blood work
like,
done.
why-
We'll set up some doctor's appointments.
Yeah, we said that. We said that from the jump.
From birth, why?
Do we need to change your diet? Do you need to exercise? Like,
is it work stress?
Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah, because the question was, if your partner has not been intimate with you in months, is it okay for them to find it elsewhere? So of course, and this was a soulmate question, of course, no, it's not okay to find it elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
At the end of the day.
You're going to throw your own pH balance off. No, you can't do that. Mm-mm. It's too many diseases out here nowadays for anybody to be going all over the place. Like,
and I said this before in the show, but I'd be telling guys, like, you trying to get, sloppy toppy from this one and that one. Do you even know if that person was born a woman? Why are you trying to be outside?
They don't want to know. They don't want to know.
Almost look natural now.
They don't want to transgender. They don't want to know.
They looking good.
Real good.
Might have an outside baby that you didn't want. I mean, who knows?
Look.
Why you trying to be outside?
Yeah, outside baby. Why you at it?
Like what's her name? Paloma. She be doing makeup and she be doing hair and she be getting all dolled up, but it's the dude. Paloma Anderson. I am Paloma or something like that. Light skin.
Her up now.
Oh my God. I remember, look, I started following her just off the strength of the makeup and the hair. I had no idea that it was a male, and she's the bomb. I had no idea. So
I think
actually have
her name was Kim P or something.
I have a female friend that transgendered into a male, and she looks just like a male.
Some of them you cannot.
Yes, and people
I've seen that too.
I'd be like,
a real man.
You look better than me. I'm like, let me go get my stuff. Like, I'm falling over.
Taking it for granted. They put in extra work.
Absolutely. And that's why but a percentage of these men be sliding in their direction because that's what they want. They want that femininity. And those women that are, have transitioned, that's that they want to be a woman. They want to be feminine. They want to, so they exude that. Everything they do, how they talk, how they move, everything.
And
that's
I don't know.
No,
yeah, I don't
cut you off. But
there's a population of that.
Sorry, I just was like, what?
get their way, if they don't get their way, like maybe going into the assist woman's bathroom, they will fight. They will have a fit. Like
they will go off.
They will have a fit. I have one friend, you know, may she rest in peace. She was a cis lesbian, and she got attacked in an Uber car by a trans woman.
Oh my God.
Attacked. Like,
yeah.
It's just it's you know.
This one got to be careful.
It's not even but to me too, I personally want to be careful about how I define femininity, because have we been brainwashed to think that it's the makeup and it's always put together, and like, how is that? How can someone, because they contour their face and have particular mannerisms that they copied from my essence, be considered to be more feminine because they're working harder to keep it together? Like, I don't wear makeup every day, but I'm a whole total like woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if a guy,
you know that you feminine. I'm talking about the ones that smell like blunts and 40.
No, but yeah, right. I get what you're saying, because even guys, they'll be like, oh, you know, we like them chilling with no makeup on. There's still an essence that I don't. You know, we cannot. Just it can't be copied.
Saucy Santana's DM, like, what
hated Jamie's
girl. They say they like the chilling with no makeup on. So they big bird.
Yeah, I like want to makeup on. This Saucy Santana walked by, they really talking to him. Like,
but where did that come from?
Like me with no makeup. Now you over there Saucy DM.
Yeah, that sounds like conditioning, to be honest. Because what?
Yeah, my bonnet is Saucy throw by, and then it's like I don't know anymore. They say
that's crazy as hell. That is crazy as hell.
Very crazy,
but it's so true. Yes.
We cannot be reduced to makeup and clothes, people, ever. I
was over it. Go ahead.
No, that's just that is brainwashing at its finest.
Facts. No, I was just over exaggerating, because in real life, if a man goes that way, it's because he wants what's between their legs. That's
correct.
That was trying to be funny.
Trying to keep it point. You're trying to keep it politically correct, and she's like, "No, actually,
yes,
oh, sugar! Oh my God!
Oh my
dang! What a mess! What year is 2024? Okay, 2024. This is what we doing.
Yeah, that's what we doing.
All
right. So, any last remarks about your partner and not being intimate with you in months? Is it okay to find it elsewhere? Okay. Sounds good to me. All right, guys, we could go ahead and wrap it up. I was like, we're going to be on here for an hour, man. I feel like we can keep talking. It's like girlfriends.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was good tonight. All right, guys, thank you so much. But, we're going to do the extroduction. So I want everyone to go around the room. Please introduce yourself. If you're working on any projects, please let the people know. Let them know where they can find you on social media. Let them know where they have probably seen your face. And we're going to go ahead and end. We're going to start with Jamie.
All right, guys, Jamie Alexander. I am the creator of Sassy Method, which is my own life coaching method that I have created myself, which you can find at Sassy Method on Instagram, or you can follow me here at Jamie Alexander on Instagram. I've been on AfterBuzz TV, and I was doing after shows there. Then we started doing after shows on YouTube, and that's how I connected with Sabrina. And now you guys know me from here. Yeah. And I have merch too. I have really cute tees and sweatshirts and a notebook. It's my signature thing, Honey Lips, to remind you to speak sweetly over your life. And I think it's fly and dope. So if you're into it, you can click the link in my bio on my Instagram. And I think that's everything. This was fun. Thanks, guys.
Shayna.
Oh, I'm here on YouTube. I do TV show reviews, some hot topics. So it's Shayna_MCD. You can follow me here on Instagram, TikTok. It's all the same name.
Tequila.
Hi guys, I am Tequila. You can find me on Instagram _Tequila. As you see, it's spelled right there. I'm also on Facebook as well as Tequila. And you probably seen me on Ready to Love season 8.
Whoop whoop.
Dallas.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay, and lastly, it's a Z here. You can see at Z_peaks. That's where you can find all my social media. And I'm also the RTL alum, season 7, Miami.
All right, guys, and you guys know who I am. I am Miss Sabrina Seoul. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on the Queens panel. This is season 4. Do not forget to join me tomorrow night at 8:30, same time, same place for the Kings panel. And we're going to be going over all the same exact questions that we did tonight with the Kings. Make sure you like that video, thumbs it up. If you're on Jamie's channel or Shayna's channel, make sure you thumbs up that video too on their channel. Shout out to all my new subscribers and shout out to my soulmates in the chat. Y'all have kept it going. Thank you for all the questions. If you have questions for next week, definitely slide in my DM to only give me the questions. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow night. Love you so much, guys.
Bye, guys.